And we're back, huh?
Performance Academy Podcast with your co-host Zach
And Josh.
and we're back at it again. What's good? What's good? All right, we'll start off as we do with our current fitness situation.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Everything's kind of the same as before, on track, although I haven't been able to swim much lately just because my membership got revoked. So, besides that...
Why don't you just want to pay for it?
Why would I pay for it if I get it for free?
Well, yeah, I guess now with the Navy stuff.
So hopefully I get that taken care of today or tomorrow. If I don't get taken care of tomorrow, then I'm just going to go and pay for it for a month or something, just because I need to swim. But yeah, everything's going well.
What about your neighbor's pool, though?
That's too short now.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go there in like 2 fucking kicks. You know?
Gotcha.
But I mean, that was a good start. But
You ever go down to Horny Corner?
No.
Along the bay there? You have like a 500 meter route. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I can do that then.
And you don't not necessarily need to do the 500 route. They have 100 meter increments, so you can do it however you need to,
Is it cold?
It's fucking water, yeah. It's a little chilly.
I mean, I have a wetsuit, but that'd be cheating a bit.
No. I mean, sort of for your application, because you don't really use it.
Yeah.
But like for me, like once I get a little bit deeper into it, I'm gonna start using the wetsuit and go out there.
Yeah, I might be down to do that a couple of times because I need to swim as much as possible. But yeah, so everything's good. I'm just doing some more running, a lot more sprint work, helping my run time. Lifting is really at maintenance. And I'm just trying to not be injured or not pick up any weird things. Like at the end of last week, it's still bothering me now. Like my jaw, like if I open my mouth too wide, like I kind of get like a shooting pain on one side.
Really?
So I don't know if it's like I was just grinding my teeth or all of a sudden I got TMJ or something.
Speaking of TMJ, I feel like I might have, I don't know what causes that, but when I run a lot, I tend to get right in here. My jaw gets really tight. Like right up in here, like it's super tender, even just like regularly.
Well, I think that is TMJ because I think TMJ is like the joint between like your mandible and your whatever.
That part in particular, but like just regularly, like
behind it. Back
here?
Like
right in here. It's like all those like neck muscles. I don't know if it's necessarily associated, but my neck is super tight, and I try and use my Theracane to just work it out. It just never feels like it gets loose.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
But I've had that for like many years.
That's annoying.
Where I really push it really hard, I get pain there. It feels like I need to crack my jaw. Like sometimes I can. Like when I wake up in the morning, you ever crack your jaw?
No.
When I wake up in the morning, like pretty consistently I can. But like I try to throughout the day, and it usually doesn't really happen. But sometimes it will. I'm like, oh fuck. It's the biggest pop because it's right there next to your ear, so it sounds ridiculous.
That'd freak me out if I heard that. I hate when people do. It's like sometimes I crack shit. But like when I hear other people crack shit, like knuckles don't bother me so much. I feel like it's more so like when I hear someone like crack their back, their spine. I'm like, like a zipper. I'm like, chill out, Or like when they do that, like this one.
That one's a little too much to me. Yeah.
Yeah. So besides that little jaw thing, it's still bothering me. Like I'm struggling to eat this half a little bit. Last week I was also having like a hard time like when I would take like a big inspiration, right? Inhale, inspiration. Like my side would kind of hurt. So I'm good now, but yeah, I think Friday and Saturday. So
like your intercostal muscles, or more like your obliques?
Yeah, maybe kind of. I guess my obliques, but it was weird.
Well, that's higher up. That's like in between your ribs.
Yeah, it was kind of in between my ribs.
I think that's more like intercostal muscles, no?
Maybe, but that shit felt rough. It might have just been from all the working out, and then also like had a pretty like solid workout with the Navy last week. It was pretty fun / intense.
Yeah, so. I mean, when I work out, like when I do something like, say I haven't played like softball in a long time. Like the first time I played softball, like a month or two ago. My like intercostal muscles, like it's just I don't know, weird kind of like a lot of rotating and sprinting and that kind of stuff, which your body's not used to. I feel like new stimulus, so yeah, I'll get my intercostal muscles will get really fatigued.
Is it like what type of pain is it? Really, what type of?
Well, no, it's just like kind of tender. Like you just feel in between your ribs and you push into it, and it just feels kind of tender.
Yeah, because this kind of made it like kind of hard to breathe. Like I was like.
That sounds a little bit different. I don't know.
Yeah, I couldn't really get like a good like deep breath, but yeah, who knows? But I think I'm good now. So I'll monitor it, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, just doing everything slowly, increasing, a little bit of the weights. I mean, not the volume, but the intensity. Slowly increasing like the mileage and slowly increasing the swimming and just not getting injured is all I'm doing right now. I'm just trying to recover and fuel and not lose weight. Trying to maintain my weight.
Not lose weight.
Yeah.
What kind of workouts you do? Like, you're just doing those like fucking just killer ones with the Navy?
Well, last Wednesday it was called like a Hoo-Yah PT. So we went out there and what did we do first? Shoot, I don't know. We just started getting after it with a whole bunch of jumping jacks, whole bunch of bodybuilders, burpees, squats, jump squats. And thankfully during that part, I was like, oh, like I'm killing this compared to everyone else. Like I was like, I'm kind of, this is where I'm good at.
Aerobic
I can kind of coast through this, and like some people were like struggling a lot.
Yeah.
And so at that point I was like, all right, thank goodness I have like one thing in my back pocket that like, I just got to get it done. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, I mean you do so much running and swimming. I feel like your aerobic base is gonna probably be a lot better than most.
Yeah, and then we did some sprints. We were on the sand the whole time. Like the whole time we were on the sand.
Yeah.
We did some sprints, whatnot, some runs, some like leapfrog races, and some bear crawl races. By the time we got to the bear crawls, though, I felt I was worried that my wrists were gonna like break, dude. Because we were just down the sand and like pushing so much. I don't know if it was the combination of like weightlifting that week and then doing all those push-ups and the stuff in the sand and whatnot. But I was having some pretty gnarly wrist pain. Like at one point I couldn't really like move it too much. I was like, shit. So.
What time are you guys out there?
We probably got out there and started working out at 7:30.
Was it still kind of cold out there, you know?
Yeah,
sometimes your joints just like it.
Yeah, I mean it was a little brisk, but it was a nice bit of wind. Really was doing it.
What beach are you guys at?
Up by Point Magoo, Naval Base, north of Malibu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, and then we
You drive out there by yourself? Or
no, I kind of drive out to like San Pedro, meet up with them, and we take a van out there.
Oh, gotcha.
But then we got up to bear crawl in like ranks, like one at a time, like into the water, like in our clothes and everything, shoes and everything, and like we were bear crawling and the water's coming in the waves and it's just and you're like, oh shit.
That's a big no for me.
It is pretty cold.
Yeah, no shit, bro.
I know it could have been worse. It could have been way worse. Like normally, we spend more time in the water, but I only had to get in that one time. But like you had to get all wet and everything, and then come out and it's a little windy.
Yeah.
And then, but then another time, thank goodness I looked over and like one guy was kind of like shivering and cold, and I was like, thank goodness like I'm not that cold yet. Like I'm not suffering as much as that guy, you know.
Yeah, that definitely. Yeah.
So.
I mean, I've had similar kind of. I've never done any military stuff, but I've done a lot of firefighting, because I used to do that. Just very paramilitary, very kind of similar. And that gives you so much confidence when you look around and see some people suffering way more than you. You're like, all right, at least I'm not that guy, you know?
Yeah, like you're doing all right. You're hanging in there. But yeah, actually, like I really kind of enjoyed that workout. Working out all the guys, and I mean, it just takes me back to being an athlete in sports with your team.
Yeah.
So I actually enjoyed that, but it wasn't like necessarily like a good workout. I mean, but like there was a lot of like pushing to failure type stuff, You just gotta kind of moderate, not do too much, but it affects the rest of your training as well.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that was my fun story.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right, solid. For me personally, last week was my deload week. Just kept it real light. Just kind of going through the motions. Just let my body kind of recover a little bit. CNS, all that stuff. And today's Monday. Recording's Monday. Today's the first week of the triathlon training. So I did some sprints. So I'm working on like anaerobic power, and then I'm moving to anaerobic capacity, and then get into like lactate threshold training. And my aerobic base is already really good. It's maybe, if not maxed out, close to it, because I just do cardio 3 times a week now. Like, shout out to Greg Doucette for getting me on that, because I feel like this is going to help a lot, and not letting my aerobic base go when I'm on my like weightlifting cycles, 'Cause before I was like, oh fuck cardio, like whatever, I'm just lifting weights, that's what I'm doing right now. But like Greg Doucette has, your heart's the most important muscle, and it's like why The reason you don't do cardio is just because you're fucking lazy, you know. You just like convince yourself you're like, oh, I don't really need to do this, but really you should be. So, anyways, that's why I keep the good aerobic base, and then it helps when I get into this, so I don't have to spend as much time getting into like cardio shape. I can just get straight into what I need, like the steps that I need to get ready for the triathlon. So this week is just gonna be mostly like sprinting type stuff, and then next week will be more of aerobic capacity, trying to push that or what did I say, aerobic capacity? I mean anaerobic capacity. So kind of pushing that as far as I can, and then getting a more lactate threshold. Because really, at the end of the day, that's the most important thing for triathlons, whether it's sprint or Olympic, is Ironman's a little bit different, just because it's so drawn out and slow. But for like sprints and Olympic size, really the most important part is your lactate threshold, being able to clear the metabolic acidosis the fastest. That's how you maintain that high intensity. So that's what I'm gonna be working on.
What type of sprint work are you doing? Like what?
Just running sprints.
What distance and what?
For like 10-second work intervals and like a 1 to 15 ratio, work to rest ratio. So that's like 2.5 minutes rest, and I just did like a bunch of those.
It's 1 to 15. Is that much?
Well, it's anywhere from like one to like 12 to 1 to 20. So I went on a little bit higher end today of rest because it's the first day, you know. I gave myself a little bit more rest, and then as the weeks go on, you know, decreasing rest and getting into the deeper end of anaerobic power. So I'll do like more like 1 to 12, and then I'll get more on the glycolytic stuff. So that's anaerobic capacity. They kind of blend in. I can't remember the exact ratios, but they kind of blend into each other, and then the lactate clearing, and getting more into like race distances, because obviously like sprinting for like 10 seconds is nowhere near race distance. So just building up those systems and building upon it, you know. That's just what I did today, you know. And then I did some just like just some light weightlifting, more like functional training type stuff than like bodybuilding. So I did like single leg RDLs, single leg hip bridges, TRX rows, TRX chest presses. I actually did it over in the park. I was like, I got these signs to promote my shit, my group exercise classes, and also my PT. So I got some like pretty nice signs made. And I haven't really been using them because honestly, I didn't think about this, but the signs are almost a little bit too big for my car. I did not even consider it. I have a tiny ass car now.
That's funny.
So it's kind of a hassle to get them in and out, and I've just been like, it's kind of like annoyed me that I didn't think about that. So I've just been kind of like putting it off. But I was like, I need to start actually using these to promote my group exercise class. So I like threw that in there today.
Is that signs you put out while you're running your class?
That was my intention.
Yeah.
And then I haven't really been using them.
That's a good idea though, because one, it makes you look more legit, and then people like, because it looks more legit, people like walking by or
Yeah, exactly. Because I do them over in Hartwell Park, and there's a fuckload of just walking traffic. And that's a good target audience too, because those are already people like walking around, trying to stay active, either walking, running, cycling, whatever, So it's a good kind of group to get. And then I was doing this for a little bit. It's just like before class or during class, I'll just walk over and hand one to people. But it's kind of like, you can't do that. But if you have time before, but then like during class, it's kind of like I want to be like watching, making sure everyone's doing the right stuff.
Yeah. And
not like self-promoting. And then also some people are wearing masks, so it's like I feel kind of weird going up to someone with a mask. So they'll just be like, no thanks.
Yeah.
So just you leave it there and they can take it whenever. So anyways, I did that. Trying to promote a little bit more, trying to be better at marketing because that's what I struggle at. But yeah, that's it. Just gonna be doing a lot more running, a lot more swimming. My first swimming day is tomorrow. I guess you can't. Huh?
I might try to.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But I'd have to be in the afternoon though.
Yeah, I might be going. I got this new internship. Did I tell you about my new internship? Health coaching?
Yeah, I think so. After you said you were over the other one, I think you did. But yeah, I mean, if tomorrow doesn't work.
I think I gotta go in the morning.
Okay. Well, I'll be trying to go multiple times this week and more, so just let me know whenever you do go.
I think, I can't remember. Yeah, I'll let you know. I'm gonna be trying to swim like 2 times a week. But up until this, this YMCA triathlon, I'm gonna be doing just pool because it's all in the pool. And then after that, I'm gonna start doing some more longer distances out at the Horny Corner. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, that's about it. I think on that. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something else. Can't remember. No, I think that was it. Okay, cool. So we'll just go into like other fitness related stuff, I guess. But not our current events. How much time we got? We're going to 40? Yeah. We'll just cover these real quick. So yeah, my health coaching gig. So just to start off, they have us doing like the call center stuff basically. So people from all over the US call and then we like schedule them to do health coaching. First person I picked up on, I was helping her out, I was going through the thing, and I guess I was just going too slow, and the chick hung up on me. I was like, fuck, alright, well.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, damn it. And then on my 3rd or 4th day, I realized I was working the wrong time because of the time zones. I didn't consider this because it's all virtual, right? So they have people all over the US, and it was on Eastern time, and we are obviously on Western time. So I was 3 hours ahead. Or no, behind rather, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was 3 hours behind, so I was like, oh fuck. So I was like, I don't know if I should be like, hey, I was, clocking in at the wrong time, or I should just play dumb and just like maybe they won't say anything. I don't know. I don't know what to do, but I'm like, fuck.
No, you just clock in like normal, right? That makes sense. You just clock in like normal.
Yeah. My next shift is tomorrow. I'm just gonna clock in like right my time I should be.
The time you should be there.
Yeah, but for like that last week, I was 3 hours behind on all of them.
You were clocking in on their time?
So like I thought my shift started at like 11 a.m. But really, but it was Eastern time, so really that's 8 o'clock here.
Yeah.
But I was clocking in 11 going till 2, and I didn't realize till my 3rd or 4th day.
So you were staying like later then?
No, I still did 3 hours, like my 3-hour shift that I was supposed to. I did like the time that was.
Yeah, so you did 11 to 2 instead of 8 to 11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess no harm, no foul, because like it's a call center, so they always got fucking people on the phone, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't think it should be a big problem. If it was a huge problem, I feel like I would have found out about it a little bit earlier, right?
Yeah.
Someone would have been like, hey, what the fuck are you doing?
Well, no one said anything yet.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna write it out and then start doing the right time, and hopefully no one will say anything. Because I feel really fucking dumb.
Well, that is kind of funny. No one like really communicated that either way though, to you.
Yeah. Lack of communication. It's kind of hard working online and just like.
Yeah, I don't want to do it.
It's just kind of challenging because communication is kind of challenging and whatever, you know. And then oh yeah, so dude, I keep having this problem. You tell me what you think about this. So I have my group exercise classes. I don't charge for them. I keep it free. I'm just like, if you want to donate, you can. You don't have to, whatever. And I have this one friend in particular. They used to work out all the time pre-COVID, and they haven't been working out at all. But I want them to, because I know they like it. But they're just being fucking lazy, you know? Mm-hmm. And I keep being like, hey, come to class. And like, they always have a fucking excuse. It's like, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And then the other day, I invited them to the one yesterday, and they were like, I'm not, I'm fat and lazy, whatever. I'm just like, bruh. That shit pisses me off.
Yeah, when they're okay with it.
Yeah, it's just like, bro, I wanted so bad to just be like, lose my fucking number.
Well, I mean, you can't, like, you just gotta let them be them, you know?
Yeah, but like, I feel like I can't be friends with you.
Yeah?
It really upsets me, because it's like, we're fucking friends, I know you like this shit, and if you start doing it, you're gonna get back into it. But you're making every fucking excuse in the book, and then it just upsets me so much when people just speak so negatively of themselves. It's like, if you don't got your own back, who the fuck does?
Yeah,
you know?
I get you.
There's so much crap out there saying you can't do it and you won't, and there's just so many fat people, and like me as your friend, I'm I'm offering you to come to this class for free. I should be like charging you.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm giving you all the resources to get hold of your fucking shit, and you're just blowing me off.
Yeah.
It upsets me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you. Yeah.
It just and it's been like a month now. I've invited them to like so many classes, and it's just like they're just blowing me off. And it's just like, you know that thing where it's like you're a culmination of the 5 people you spend the most time around.
Yeah.
You know. And it's just like I just nowadays it's just like I don't even want to associate with people like that.
Yeah, I get. Yeah.
Cause it's just like it's just negative energy. It's like if you're not trying to take care of your own shit, like then what are you giving to me?
Yeah, I mean, you have to be. I mean, that's kind of like the whole thing is like you take care of like yourself, not in a selfish way first, but you take care of the things that like set you up to be better. That way you can help those around you. And then you can help the community at large, and then the world itself becomes better.
That's what I'm trying to do. It's just
Yeah.
like people that just like aren't reciprocating that. Like you're like. I don't want to be fucking rude and just be like, but like you're kind of at like the bottom, I guess, right? Like where you're not really got your shit together,
Yeah.
and I'm trying to help you out and raise you up, and you're not even accepting that, and I'm doing it for free too, and you can't even accept that, and then it's like, what else are we gonna connect on?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the whole like reaching out over like text or phone, like that's kind of like at this point, like that's not gonna work. It's like whenever you see him, like you just be like, bro, what's the deal? Like,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, last time I did see them, I said like fucking come, and they were like yeah I know I need to, I should, blah blah blah. And it's just nothing, you know. So I've already kind of gone through that.
Yeah.
And I've continued to persist past that. Now it's just like, bro, what else can I do? You know.
Yeah.
It's a bummer. Anyways, I wish people would get their shit together. Anyways, that's all I got for like.
Yeah, you can't help people if they don't want to be helped type thing.
Yeah, it's a bummer. But it's just trying to, and that kind of I don't know, that kind of like goes into the group exercise class. It's doing all right, but it's not great. You know, I have the same kind of consistent people, and then every once in a while new people will come in, but like maybe most of them don't really stick. You know, it's just like I never thought that a group exercise class that was free would be so hard to grow. It's like
How many people do you have coming?
consistently maybe like 2 or 3, so that's like barely even like a group exercise class. It's more like small group training, you know.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, it's just it is what it is at this point. It's still small, and I'm not doing the greatest job of promoting it. So that's why I need to get my fucking. I got these signs. I paid a good amount of money. But I gotta use them, you know. And I did that today, and I'm gonna do it tomorrow too. But I was like, you know, I posted on my social media stuff, and I've texted like specific friends in particular that I know are into fitness and would enjoy that and could do it. And then a bunch of old YMCA people too, that used to do like the Fit Zone class. I was like, oh, that's perfect. They're not bringing Fit Zone back anytime soon. So I was like, you know, here we go. And it's just like I've promoted to like hundreds of people at this point, really. And you know, I just got like a handful that are like stick with it and consistent. I feel like it should be easier to get a class going. That's why I made it free, is so people would just come, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, if I charge for it, it's like that one extra thing, like, oh, do I really want to spend like whatever $10 to go and do this class? You know?
Yeah. I think that's cool that you're doing. I mean, because like that, say there's 2 ways. One is like also like when you're doing that free group exercise class, you could have like a sign for foot traffic like next to your signs that say like free class or something. You know, because like they see you there, like they see your signs, and you're working out, and they look at it while they're walking by. But then if they also see a sign that says like free class.
Well, that's what it says on there.
Oh, like the sign does say free class.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It says like it has like my name on it, and then like trainer, coach, kinesiologist. I have my LB certified fitness on there. I have some holders, some like paper holder things, and I have flyers, so there's something to take. And the flyer has like the days and times and whatever, and a little description of the class. And it says like, oh, class, whatever. It's free class. Come and participate. But donations are appreciated, but not required. You know, or whatever.
When where it says free class, it's like, is that pretty big? Like when they're walking by, they can see it.
It's big. Yeah, I made it very big on the left side, and on the right side. it's my logo, and then the sign holders. And it's double sided, so no, regardless of which way
Yeah.
you're walking on the path, you can see it.
Yeah, no, I think for like a group exercise class like that, like that's a pretty good idea. Like make it free when build your name and try to build a class up. There's also like that dilemma. Like you hear people say that like people like devalue something if it's like low cost or like free sometimes. Like sometimes people like
100%.
So like that's kind of like the dilemma like you're caught in between. Like yes, it can be good to grow a free class. For all the reasons it is good. But on the other flip side, like people might devalue it just because it's a free class.
It's true.
Which is kind of like
true.
It's kind of hard.
That's my thought process in training. Is why I'm pretty like strict on the fucking price now. Like I don't really deviate from it.
Yeah.
And I haven't like recently. I've had like a couple possible PT people that I could have gotten, but like the just price was too high for them, and I was just like, fuck, should I like drop it? But I was like, no, I'm gonna stick to it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel that. I mean, I just stopped training Maria. She liked it, but she said like, I just gotta stop giving you like $350 a month.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I understand. But I think that was either 5 or 6 months. But now she's got like the tools to do it.
Well, yeah, I mean that's, but that
training's not indefinite anyway.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's cool when you have a client that wants to stick with you for a really long time and just they like you to keep you accountable. But I mean, most clients are like that. You do work with them for a while, and then really, if you're doing your job properly, you shouldn't be training with someone for a long time. You should train with them for like I'd say 5-6 months. You teach them what you have to offer, and then hopefully they retain that information and do what they can with it and keep it going. And if they enjoyed the process, they refer you to other people and be like, hey, this person helped me out with that, and that's how you kind of continue to build. It's pretty rare that I only have like a handful of clients where I've worked with them for a really long time. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah. I enjoyed it. It was cool, but yeah, I get it.
Yeah. Did you have any kind of like referral thing, like, hey, if you like recommend me, I'll do this and the other?
No, because like I'm kind of doing this whole native thing more so now.
Yeah.
It's like I could.
So you you're not too worried about it.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. Yeah. I mean, she was a friend too, so it was kind of fun, like training her. It was like my first I've trained women, but it's my first girl I've trained. So that's kind of fun, doing all the physique training and whatnot. But yeah.
That's cool.
I remember.
Dude, I think I just remembered. I was at Starbucks the other day, and I think I might have. What kind of car does she drive? I think I might have seen her drive through the drive-thru.
It's a crossover. It's black.
Oh, black.
I think it's black.
I thought it was white.
No, it's not white.
Okay, maybe that wasn't her then. Never mind. It looked kind of like her. I'm almost positive it was white.
Was it like a stat wag? I don't even think it's because she had a
crossover.
She had a white stat wag in the family, but I think they got rid of that. I'm pretty sure they got rid of that a while ago. The crossover is in between a sedan and a SUV.
Yeah, it was kind of like that, but I feel like I'm almost positive it was white. So maybe that wasn't her. Whatever, doesn't matter. But yeah, that's cool though. I mean, did she, I hope, did she say anything I learned this, that, the other?
Yeah, I mean, she's I'm gonna check back in with her a little bit of theory stuff, and she even told me what if I she asked me I could give you I'll pay you for 3 sessions to write me a program, just $75.
Yeah.
And I was yeah, I can do that. But then I told her honestly yeah, it'd be cool for me, but as your friend just get Brett Contreras' program, because it's $30 a month, and then I actually I want to see it just because it'd be interesting to see what he does. But I mean, I've read his book, and it's not like training is really a mystery to me, So I just would want to see what his program looks like for shits and gigs, and to see what his online layout looks like too. Because it's just the program, but then there's all the exercise library and what's the little fluff in it that really makes it a polished product type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I told her hey, just do this, and then I was trying to push in the direction of trying to do some nutrition thing, or at some point doing that. Because the people with the best physiques, they weight train and they monitor their nutrition, and they occasionally.
Yeah, your whole physique is just your nutrition. Really.
And they occasionally walk on an incline, and that's it. Occasionally,
Yeah.
So she's doing a little bit more cardio now. Like I told her, just it's like 2 days a week, 2 miles, and then she does like a little bit of stairs, just for like it's more so like the duration. I told her like
The what?
like the duration. It's a moderate intensity.
Yeah.
But like I told her like I don't want you running so much that like you're losing the muscle. Like,
Yeah.
I'd rather it would be nutrition instead of cardio, but cardio will work.
Yeah. That's funny because my dad brought up the same thing to me the other day. I was like asking about how his weight loss is going. He's like, oh, I kind of lose some pounds and I gain some pounds. And he's like, I was like, oh, it's all nutrition. You gotta fucking focus on it more,
Yeah.
I see what he eats. It's some bullshit. He thinks he's eating good, but he's not. And he's like, maybe I should do more cardio. I'm like, no. Like, people will make any fucking excuse and possibility of trying to lose weight other than eating better.
Yeah.
It's aggravating.
Like I know how important nutrition is, but it's kind of funny or odd for me to relate to it because like I could literally like calories are my friend. Like I need as many calories as I can. Like it's not like I've really been in a situation where I gotta like not eat a certain type of food or whatever. I mean, like I can't eat junk food because I feel like shit all the time. But junk food does kind of help me at points, to get enough calories. But it's just I haven't really had to do it like that,
Yeah, I mean I'm the same way. I've been pretty lean my whole life. I mean I've just started to kind of be a little bit more selective with my food choices.
But we still know the equation for weight loss,
Yeah, calories in, calories out. That's all it is. But I mean, people will make like my clients. I have these 2 ladies that I work with somewhat recently that I started working with. The same ones with like the low calorie syrup or whatever, or 0 calorie syrup. And I'm like, oh, how's the weight loss stuff going? And the sister, she's like, oh yeah, I've been really focused on portion control. I'm like, no, what the fuck are you talking about? We've been talking about this for this week, so I don't care about your portion control. Because people talk about portion control, that means you're eating some bullshit food that you're trying to restrict. Portion control doesn't matter, because you can eat a giant salad, like huge salad, and that's not portion control, but it's all healthy food, it's all low calorie dense food, as long as you don't put a bunch of bullshit dressing on it, right? What you're saying when you're saying portion control is like, I'm eating some shitty food, and I know I shouldn't be eating it, but I'm trying to eat less of it. And like we talked about, that's a terrible way to lose weight, because you're eating some high calorie dense food, and then you're gonna eat that, and it's not gonna be very satiating, and then you're gonna be hungry later, and then you're gonna eat some other bullshit, It's just all about protein, fiber, and low calorie dense food, and they just don't want to hear that, and it's ridiculous. And then also she's like, oh yeah, I did a cleanse for a day. It's like, what the fuck is a cleanse?
Yeah.
It's like to clean out all the toxins. That your liver does that.
Yeah.
Your liver cleans out the toxins. Not through some fucking bullshit juice you drink.
No, that's funny. I was also trying to push Maria onto because she was so I don't want to track or do all this type of stuff, And I was trying to.
Let me talk to her.
I'll let her know.
Because the two things. Was she tracking? What else was it?
Oh, I told her about the Renaissance periodization app and how easy it is,
I mean, yeah.
I mean, it's easy
for a tracking app. It's probably one of the easiest.
Yeah, exactly, because it's your own stuff. Because I know MyFitnessPal, unless you get the premium version or whatever, you still kind of have to mess with the settings or whatever, blah blah blah. But I mean, between that the $15 a month and then Brett Contreras' program, that's $45 a month.
Mm-hmm.
And then if she does that nutrition thing, she will get probably some of the best results she's gotten besides the honeymoon besides getting all those in the beginning results,
Sure.
Because the nutrition really is that huge, but
even with the Renaissance periodization, it just doesn't really teach you how to eat. Because that's the problem. A lot of people don't know how to eat. It'll track your food and tell you what the macros are and all that kind of stuff, but it's not telling you how and all the different things that go into it.
I guess that's fair, because I'm already familiar with the language of nutrition.
Because a lot of people just don't know how to eat.
Yeah. So for me, I made it easy. I knew it because I already knew the language of nutrition from taking nutrition and studying it a bit. So I already knew about calories and where was I gonna go with this? I already knew about how the different types of micronutrients, macronutrients, high density foods, low density foods.
A lot of people don't know what the macronutrients are.
Yeah.
They don't even know what a macronutrient is. So it's if you're trying to count calories and you don't know what macronutrients are, then you're fucked.
Yeah. So like I already knew all that stuff, and then like the app just kind of like maybe just put it in.
I think that app is really good for someone that already has the information, but just needs something to keep themselves accountable.
Yeah, that's kind of fair.
And I don't know really where she's at.
Because maybe they might get overwhelmed by if they weren't familiar with it. I could see that.
Yeah, because it's kind of it was even kind of a little overwhelming for me just to start off with, like trying to fill up the bars and like not going over, and you know, trying to stay on it every single day. And also too, if you're not really, because I think you said she doesn't like meal prepping, right? Or no?
She does. I think she said she wanted to start doing it a little bit or something like that.
Because if you don't meal prep, forget about it. Like that app is so hard, in my opinion. If you don't meal prep,
or eat similar foods every day.
Yeah, it's really built upon eating the same shit every single day, pretty much, or the same kind of couple of things every single day. If you're eating out and doing like other kinds of stuff, like that is not for you.
But the people who are serious do kind of eat the same type of shit every single day.
Sure, yeah. I mean, now I eat French toast every fucking morning, and then recently I've been eating more calories, so I've added Greek yogurt, and fruit, and then for lunch I pretty much eat like, an omelet, or I eat like the Chipotle bowl, with like cauliflower rice and a bunch of other shit.
I know.
And you know, dinner is like my only thing where it's like a little kind of wonky.
Because I know Greek yogurt has like a good amount of protein in it, but does it have a lot of calories too?
No, it's really low calorie. Because I was eating some and it was really good, and then because my mom just had it in the refrigerator, and then I was like, this tastes really good. What's in this? You know, and it was a bunch of sugar. So I got some zero sugar, zero fat, or not zero sugar, but some carbohydrates. Yeah, zero sugar, some carbohydrates, like 17 grams of protein in whatever the serving is. I can't remember exactly what the serving is. Zero fats, no artificial sweeteners, which is funny how, like, you know, I think we talked about this last week, right? Is like trying to promote no artificial sweeteners like it's a bad thing. But actually, like, if you put artificial sweeteners, it would probably taste better and more people would eat it, honestly.
Yeah.
But you need to put some fruit in it, you know, make it a little bit sweeter. And you get more fiber too, so that's cool. That's whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know if I answered your question.
No, yeah, you did.
Yeah, so it's just more protein, you know. Like my breakfast is ridiculous. That's so much. Like I ate 2 pieces of French toast and a block of French toast, and like around a cup or so, like maybe like 3/4 of a cup of Greek yogurt. So much protein. It's insane.
I'm gonna have to mix in some Greek yogurt into my regular diet.
I would recommend it. It's the Eikos, EIOKO, I think, something like that.
Because I'm just not a big breakfast person, so anything really.
It's real light, you know.
Yeah.
Just do that, and then I throw like strawberries or blueberries or blackberries or whatever in it. It's pretty like light and easy to eat. It's not like bread, like French toast. Yeah.
What topics you want to cover real quick?
Oh yeah, shit. It's already fucking 40 minutes. But in her regard, as I pull this up, in her regard, like, yeah, if you don't want to track calories or whatever, I'm not a huge fan of that, because like what Greg Doucette talks about, most nutrition facts labels they're allowed to be off by the calories, you know. So it's like it's extremely hard to count calories, and you're probably gonna be wrong anyways. You just want to stay the basics of like protein, fiber, low calorie dense foods, and like counting calories can kind of just get overwhelming to most people. So I wouldn't really recommend that. I don't personally count calories that hard. But anyways, we'll get into current events. So first we'll go over the Ryan Crowley pec tear. I wasn't super familiar with this kid until I saw the video, but he's 23 years old, and he's just so fucking massive. I forget how much he weighs, but it's like 250 plus, I think.
Jeez, I know he was 23.
So of course that kid is on so much sauce, and I mean, I think we talked about this before a long time ago. When you're on a large amount of anabolic steroids, your muscles grow, and the muscle fibers grow and they hypertrophy, but your tendons and your ligaments don't.
They take longer.
Yeah, they don't. They're not stimulated by the steroids. So you're just increasing weight like so significantly because your muscles can sustain it. So you're pushing a lot of weight, but then it gets to that certain point where it's just too much weight for for your ligament or for your connective tissue, and pop, goes like that. And you see it quite a bit in people that use anabolics, is that type of injury. If you haven't seen it, it's just a full. I think his tendon, his pec tendon, just completely pulled off of the bone.
It tore off at the insertion, right? On the knee, right? Yeah.
Like straight from the connection point. It wasn't like a shear kind of tear. So I think in his case that's actually better.
I think it's better than like a mid muscle tear. Yeah.
Well, for sure a mid muscle tear, but like a tear in the tendons, like in the middle of it. Because when it just pops off, essentially, you can just reinsert it and do whatever they do. I don't know exactly how they do that, and the recovery is a little bit quicker and not nearly as bad if it was like a tear through the tendon.
Yeah, that makes sense because, I mean, there's not enough blood flow around tendons as there is.
Yes.
Right. That's
yeah, but then like a full muscle tear, even though muscles have a lot of blood flow.
It's in the fucking middle, like the. Yeah.
Yeah, when you have like a muscle belly tear, like, just reconnecting those points is extremely challenging, you know, and it's just a lot of scar tissue will develop trying to like reconnect it, and it's just it's a fucking mess, you know. So, thankfully, I mean, if you look at it this way, thankfully, Larry Wheels was his spotter, in two different ways, cause he fucking held that bar. I mean, I'm sure you saw it. Like he like just held that shit. It was like 4 or 5 plates, and he just like reached over and held it, which was fucking bananas. But also like, Larry Wheels is a giant channel, and like he started a GoFundMe for him, and they hit the GoFundMe number to help with the surgery, like within a day.
Cause so, I never watched the whole video. Does he just slide out of it?
Yeah, he just like slips out, and he's like just grabbed back. Fuck. And then Larry's like put it down, and he's like, fuck. You can see Larry was like, oh no, cause like the whole muscle shifts.
I saw that.
The whole muscle shift.
That's why I stopped watching. I saw,
Dude, I get the fucking willies every time I watch that. I was like, oh my goodness, it's pretty gnarly. Yeah, that's it for there. Just cut me off whenever you need to go. All right, we'll just keep going. We have 2 more. Number 2 is the Krispy Kreme donut thing. So I mean, oh fuck, dude, yeah. Don't even get me going right now. Holy shit. Krispy Kreme is giving you a free donut if you can show a vaccine card that you got vaccinated. The irony.
Yeah, dude.
Truly the irony. I mean, it's outstanding.
It took all of me to not like post it on my story and lose a bunch of followers because
there's been just so much crazy ass vaccine stuff going on lately, and I just want to post all of it, but I just don't want my friends to hate me.
Yeah.
Kind of is what it comes down to.
I'm just so tired of them being idiots themselves, you know?
Yeah, and it's just like, I just don't want to lose all my friends because of this, but like also it's just like, come on guys, it's getting ridiculous, you know?
Yeah. They're just going with it, no questions asked type thing.
Yeah,
you know?
It's insane.
I'm like, yeah, it was about health, my ass. You're fucking getting over here getting donuts.
Yeah, it's just like, I think I saw this on Ian Smith's Instagram page, and he made a post kind of in reference to this. Is like, all the government's trying to do is make you fucking fat and lazy and dependent on them, and like people are down for it. It's just like, come on.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Instead of taking initiative and some responsibility of their own body, and get in shape and having a good immune system and getting some sunlight and going for walks and fucking lifting some weights, they'd rather sit inside and wait for someone else to make this vaccine to keep them safe, and then get a donut as a fucking treat and a surprise for it. You know, it's like, I think he actually said it's like a fucking dog. Like it's a treat, like you're a dog.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you're a good little boy, here you go.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. It's insane.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, like, I just kind of shrug.
Go fucking buy a donut. They're 20 cents.
Yeah.
If you really want one. They don't cost that much.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not like a cake or something, like a little bit of cash. It's a fucking donut.
Yeah.
That shit pisses me off. Brutal. Alright, last one we'll go over. is the Andre Rush Men's Health video. Men's Health is just complete garbage in general, and this video is dog shit too. You said you hadn't watched it, right?
I watched Greg Doucette's most recent, like when he was going off on the chef.
Like about him calling him racist.
Yeah.
Okay, so the original, so Andre Rush made the original video on Men's Health about his diet and his like workout routine and some other bullshit, and then Greg Doucette made a response to it. So before I watched Greg Doucette's response, I watched the original one just so I didn't have any like biases, and immediately I was like, holy shit. I'll just kind of go through. The first problem is what I've come to realize, and we kind of talked about this earlier, with like TikTok fitness and like YouTube fitness, is at the end of the day, exercise and like fitness is kind of boring. It's kind of like, it's kind of meh. You know, you just get it done. You know,
I mean, it's just meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the problem is that Men's Health does this, and a lot of people do this, is they sensationalize fitness and like and make it, oh, super crazy, but it's really not. It's super simple. If you want to stay in shape and be healthy, like I just wrote some shit down. All you got to do is like 150 minutes of moderate intensity cardio every day, full body lifting 2 times a week, eat fruits, vegetables, and protein, and then get like 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Would you disagree from that? Would you add anything?
No.
That's all you got to, and that's so fucking boring. It's like if you tell someone to do that, they're like, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
I'll go do my cleanses, you know? That's really all you need to do, but it's like, to get people interested, they sensationalize it. They do all this crazy shit. Get what this guy said. He says he does 2,222 push-ups per day. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
It says his total calorie intake every day is anywhere from 6,000 to 10,000 calories. So he's saying he's averaging 8,000 calories per day. That's fucking bullshit. He says he does his macro splits 60% protein, 20% carbs, and then 20% fats. That's probably bullshit too. But even if it's not, 60% of let's just say an average of 80,000 calories, like that's, I don't even know how many fucking grams of protein that is. That's like, I think Doucette actually said it's like, he did the math, it's like 4 times more of what you need. Because it's like 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, you know?
At max, or almost just about at max, yeah.
And he was saying essentially it's like 4 times that much. So it's just like, what are you doing, you know? You're trying to promote that this is how you have to eat to like be jacked like him, you know?
Yeah.
And then he says he drinks coffee and it puts him to sleep. It's a fucking stimulant. Why are you telling people that? He says he sleeps 2 hours a night. That's the opposite of health. You're on fucking Men's Health saying to sleep 2 hours a night. It's just complete bullshit. And then never acknowledges that he's on sauce. He's juiced. He's gigantic. And it's like nothing. It's not like, how dare he be big and strong, whatever. That's fine. But like you're saying, oh, this is what I do, all these different things. And the number one most important thing that you do to stay that big is take steroids, and you're not even acknowledging it. So it's ridiculous. First of all, with the push-up thing, you're doing so many push-ups. I mean, it would take probably at least an hour and a half to do that many push-ups. At that point, it's not even strength training. It's cardio. It's like you're breaking down muscle fiber. So that's why I don't believe that he does that many, because it's like, yeah, I mean, you are doing push-ups as a strength training movement, but it's turning into cardio. You're doing so many. So that's why I think that's bullshit. And then he said, oh yeah, he drinks so he said he does 20% of his diet is good fats. And the first 3 fat sources that he said were fucking egg yolks, peanut butter, and beef. I was like, well, that's fucking bullshit. Like, you obviously have no nutritional background too, because those aren't good fats, those are all saturated fats. Which is whatever, I eat all those, not as many egg yolks nowadays, but I eat all those. So you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And then Greg Doucette called him out on all this bullshit, and then in response he said he was racist.
Yeah, that was funny.
Which is insane, because Doucette never acknowledges the color of his skin. He just calls him out on his bullshit of what he does and what he says. And, I mean, I can go on a whole spiel of how this just perpetuates racism, which I don't really feel like doing right now. But, it's just, you can't call someone racist for calling out your bullshit that you're spewing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any thoughts on that?
No, I thought it was funny. But I mean, at this point, like, I'm used to it. I mean, it's ridiculous, and some people don't get that it's ridiculous. But like I said, I can't really deal with those people anymore for my own mental health. So
Yeah, I agree.
so I just write them
But
off now.
thankfully, Doucette has like a big following and people that really like understand the shit and call that out. And the men's health video just had like 75% dislike ratio, you know, and there was every comment was fucking circles. You know, I love how he kind of like coined the circle thing.
Yeah.
And that's the thing too. Greg Doucette is like the most like open and like supportive, and like his thing is a circle. Like he doesn't care what you think. Everyone's a circle. He doesn't care about your sexual orientation or your skin color or anything. One of his best friends is Johnny Shreve. He's a black guy. He's his posing coach and does a lot of content with him. So to call Doucette racist for calling out bullshit on your nonsense that you're spewing and trying to do what I don't even know what the fuck he sells, but I'm sure he's selling something. Is just ridiculous. It's insane.
Yeah.
And he was pissed. You said you watched the video?
Yeah, I did.
He was fucking
Yeah, he
like
was
the
pissed.
veins were popping. He was getting red.
He was
Like
pissed.
he's
He was
like,
yelling
how
hard.
dare you?
He was yelling harder than the last time.
100% he was. Yeah, man, that's it. All right, we already went a little bit over than we wanted to. I feel like you want to get going.
I do gotta get
So,
going.
so yeah, we're gonna have to cut this one a little bit short. But that's alright. We covered everything except for the UFC PI. But how about next time we'll go over the PI stuff
Hopefully it
because
comes out.
I think it'll be out by then, and then we can talk about it more.
Yeah.
The UFC Performance Institution did a gigantic study on a bunch of different UFC fighters, and that should be really interesting because there's lots of cool concepts and just lots of cool stuff. So we'll go over all that stuff next time. Anyways, this has been the Performance Enhancement. Everyone's on steroids. This has been a Performance Academy podcast with Zach
And Josh, your boy.
and we'll see you next time. Peace.